Hi guys, I'm Gabby and welcome to my channel if it's your first time here, and if you're returning, thank you so much and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update. I wanted to let you know that baby girl got her green card in the mail, and I wanted to discuss this because I did another video on her being automatically a citizen, a U.S. citizen, because of her dad's naturalization before she got here. And I want to speak about that because there's some caveats that I wanted to make y'all aware of. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the green card that she got in the mail. She just got it in the mail earlier this week. And the reason why it's so late, of course, there's always a story. I'm doing these things so y'all don't have to do these things, so y'all can learn from them and you can avoid some of them. I won't necessarily call it mistakes, but just learning curves, I guess we can call it that. Okay, so for those of you who may be new, my stepdaughter, who's from Ghana, she was approved for her immigrant visa March of this year, March 2024. And she's since moved to the U.S. April 1st of this year. So she's been here officially for a few months now. We applied for her visa back in August of 2021. So it took us a little over 2 years to complete the entire process. I did the process for my husband back in 2018. That process, of course, was pre-pandemic, and it took us a total of 13 months to complete that process. We did both processes ourselves without the assistance of any immigration attorneys. On this channel, I share my family's immigration experience. I'm not an expert, not an immigration attorney, of course, but just sharing my experiences in hopes of what I share may be helpful to others. Okay, so now that I got y'all caught up on that, so her dad came to the U.S. in June of 2019. And as a spouse of a U.S. citizen, you can wait 3 years to apply for your U.S. naturalization, right? So because he was married to me, a U.S. citizen, he didn't have to wait the 5 years that everyone else would have to wait. All lawful permanent residents have to wait 5 years before they can apply for naturalization or to become a citizen. Because of his naturalization, it passed on to his daughter. So the steps for her to be able to activate that citizenship, that naturalization, is to become a lawful permanent resident herself. So once she got approved for her visa and she stepped foot onto U.S. soil and was confirmed that she's a lawful permanent resident, she's therefore a U.S. citizen. There's two things to identify your citizenship. Either you get a certificate of citizenship or you get your U.S. passport, okay? So our plan was that once she got here that we were going to apply for a U.S. passport, right? Because we know the certificate of citizenship, let me slow down. I talk so fast, guys, I'm sorry. We knew that the certificate of citizenship requires its own steps. It requires for you to submit paperwork and for you to pay fees, and it's about $1,600, I believe. I'll put the actual cost on the screen. So we wanted to avoid those fees too, right? So we were like, the easiest and cheapest route was to apply for the passport. So that was our plan. Keep that in mind. However, when on their travel to the U.S., once they got to the Atlanta airport, the officer at the airport told my husband that he noticed that he's her dad and her dad was a citizen, that she will be getting her certificate of citizenship in the mail. He told us that they would mail it. Now, I did read that it is at USCIS discretion whether or not they wanted to mail you that certificate of citizenship. So they can or they cannot. So once we got that information, we sat and talked and we was like, okay, so let's just wait and see if USCIS mails us the certificate of citizenship, because if they do, then we can just hold off on the passport. We can get that later because we didn't have any immediate plans for travel, for any international travel. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Now, what I want to insert in here is there's an immigrant fee of, I believe it's $235 that everyone has to pay in order for them to process their green card. And they also said to complete the processing of your immigration packet. They threw that part in there. So as I'm reading this, I'm thinking to myself, well, once she gets here, she's a lawful permanent resident. All she needs is that stamping her passport to show that she's a lawful permanent resident, and then we can apply for the passport, because the stamp that you get upon your entry into the U.S., that serves as your green card until you physically get your actual green card in the mail. So I was thinking, okay, she doesn't necessarily need the green card because she's going to be a US citizen. So why should I have to pay this $235 fee? Here's where I'm experimenting, so y'all don't have to experiment, okay? Y'all can just learn from me. So I said, okay, so I don't see the justification in us paying this $235. However, I did mention that they said that this fee is for production of your green card and completion of your immigration processing, right? That's the part that gets you. So we waited, we did not pay that fee. We got a letter in the mail, notice of action letter in the mail from USCIS saying, hey guys, can y'all pay this fee? It said we cannot process your green card. We cannot produce your green card until you pay this fee. And I'm thinking, we don't need no green card. She's a citizen. Like, why would you need a green card? Like, so I'm going back over the information and reading again, and it says, you know, like I said before, it's for production of your green card and it's to complete your immigration packet. So I was like, okay, that's the part that they'll lean on for me not paying this fee. So my husband was like, let's just go ahead and pay the fee. So we were like, okay, let's just go we could just apply for the passport. And then as I was thinking, me and my husband were having this conversation, I'm like, babe, I feel like if we go apply for this passport and they send this information off, that there may be us not paying this $235 fee, there may be a flag on our record, and this may trigger them to not want to approve the passport. He was like, and we were just thinking, yeah, that may be a possibility. Are we willing to just give it a try or not? And we just decided, nah, let's not try to play games. Let's go ahead and just pay the fee. So we paid the fee and we waited. And my husband was like, well, if we pay the fee, maybe they'll just send us the certificate of citizenship. I was like, no. Now that this certificate of citizenship is worth the $1,600 or whatever the amount is, they're not sending that. So they did. They sent the green card, right? So after we paid it, we got the green card in the mail. So I'm looking at this green card. I'm looking at this thing. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'm trying to think and rationalize this, right? So this is just a thought. This is just my opinion. This is not a fact or anything. I'm just thinking, okay, so maybe because I'm the one, I applied for her immigrant visa as her stepmom, right? So I'm thinking maybe if he had applied as her dad and in the process he got his naturalization, then I think possibly she might have gotten her certificate of citizenship because they were aware of it. With me applying, it's possible that that may have been the reason why it wasn't triggered for us to get the certificate of citizenship. I don't know. That's a possibility, but I don't know if that's a fact. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. So we're saying, okay, we'll just go ahead and move forward and apply for the passport. You can get the passport forms from the post office, the U.S. Post Office, or you can pull the form offline. So I pulled the form offline and I was filling out the information. And one of the requirements is, because it's a child, you need, if both parents are on the birth certificate, you need approval from both parents. Both parents have to be present when she is applying for her passport. If both parents cannot be present, there must be some type of notarized form stating that the parent cannot be present, some type of form saying the parent is okay with just the other parent applying for the passport, or they can complete a form DS 3035. I can't remember. I put the name of the form on the screen. They have to fill out that form and get that form notarized saying, hey, we're aware. Yes, I'm aware. I approve of my child getting a U.S. passport. So I told my husband about that, and he was like, you know, he's like, I don't understand. What's the point of that? I'm her legal custodial parent. Well, if you are the legal custodial parent, they want documentation from the courts stating that you are the legal custodial parent, or that the other parent is deceased, like there has to be a reason why the other parent is not involved, okay? If you have a birth certificate and it just has one parent name on it, that parent is the one that's present at the application for the passport, then that's fine. But both he and her biological mom's name is on the form. So my husband was like, okay, should we just go apply and just see if they say, you know, we need that, and then we'll know? I'm the type of person, if you give me directions, I'm not going to try to like make up my own thing. You obviously gave me information. I have the information, so why am I trying to act like I don't have the information? So I told my husband, I said, okay, so why don't we just send it to her mom, get it notarized, and then for purposes of helping you guys out, I was like, then we can just go there, you know, don't present it, just present the other information and see if they ask for it. It's best to have the information and not need it than to need it and not have it. That's always my train of thought. So that's what we're going to do. Long story short, I filled out, we were going to send the forms for her biological mom to fill out and get notarized, and then we can get her passport. So note to you guys, if you're going to get a passport, a U.S. passport for your child, if both the parents' names are on the birth certificate, both parents need to be present. If not, they're going to have to fill out a DS 30, 35. The name is on the screen. They have to fill out this form, or you have to show why the parent can't be there. So yeah, so that's what I want to share with you guys. So that is our plan. Once she gets the form and fill it out, we'll move forward with applying for a baby girl's passport. I did a video talking about her automatically becoming a citizen. I will leave it in the cards above and in the description box below if you want to check that out. Also, if you're new and you haven't followed the story of baby girl's journey from start to finish, I will link that in the description box below if you want to check that out as well. And as always, if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm not an expert, but what I do know, I will share with you. If I don't know the answer, I will try to point you in the right direction to find your answer. Yeah, so I just wanted to come share that information. Hopefully it's been helpful to you in some way. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.